Richard, thank you for coming all the way into London from your base in Cornwall today. And I just wanted to ask you, can you tell us a little bit about the history of these wonderful looking vessels and how you became involved with them?
The vessels were originally built to get pilots onto ships coming into harbour, and competing crews used to race to get their pilot out onto the ship, and only that crew would get paid that day. So the crews were quite competitive and put the pilot on the ship, and that would bring it back into harbour. And obviously some racing started from that, and then because the ships were very seaworthy, they were used to rescue people in case a ship got into trouble. So they were often used in the southwest as the original lifeboats. And that continued through the late 1700s, throughout the 1800s and into the 1900s. And then there was a lull for a while until in the 70s there was a resurrection in the design and restoration of new boats for racing, taken from original plans. And the racing series started again based around Newquay, and since the early 70s there's been a very strong growth throughout the southwest and other countries in the world, such as Holland and Ireland and the US, in racing these boats.
We're now taking two of these wonderful vessels out to Singapore Island next year for the 50th anniversary of Singapore. And I just wanted to ask you, Richard, how you became involved with the group of 60 rowers who will be training from now until April next year, and the Mission RASI teams.
Well, I originally got a call from one of the chaps who runs a gig rowing website, who said a Cornish chap had been looking to find someone who would build him two gigs to race around Singapore. And he gave me a phone number, and that happened to be Ian Tier. So we had a chat, and it turned out Ian had a history in Cornwall and was very interested in supporting the mission to seafarers and bringing two gigs over to Singapore to race around, and asked me if I'd be happy to build the boats and help with the project. So we had a good chat, and I was delighted to help, and here we are several weeks later with getting very close to having both boats ready.